let's just get into it.
All right.
Welcome to the Overtly Disagreeable podcast where two assholes talk about nothing. We're your hosts. My name is Ken, and this is Shane.
Hello, everyone.
Fuck, we're going to be a little bit more sluggish today. Or at least I am.
Just you. I've already had a morning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so you did go working out?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the few times where this podcast is happening after I go to the gym, not before.
How was that?
It's good. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I told the instructor last week that I really liked using the battle ropes.
Okay.
So then I said I don't want to inform your class structure, but like I really like using the battle ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Today we use battle ropes again. I was like, fuck yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's the one where I guess you just go up and down.
Yeah, they're like attached to a wall,
yeah.
and you're holding them like with the handles kind of pointing up at your face.
Yeah.
And then you shake them or whatever motion.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
You just deal with the vibration or whatever it is.
Well, it's like having a good stance and then using the like strength of your core muscle to keep yourself steady and then shaking the fuck out of them.
Oh, is it a core workout? I didn't know that.
Well, I always feel like it's a core workout. It's like you have to have a good, strong like stance with your legs kind of knees bent, and then strong, because if you just let it tug you, you start pulling forward if you don't have like a strong grounding.
Okay, all right.
So it's like I don't know. I look at it as like you're using your arms mostly. That's kind of where the workout comes from. But you have to have a strong core.
Okay.
Before you go into it, or else you just end up getting tugged toward the wall.
Maybe it's both then.
Yeah.
All right. How was your week?
All right. I'm still dealing with like the come-offs of not smoking weed for such a long time. So, like I was telling you yesterday, I think my mind is just latching on to random things to be anxious about.
Okay.
So I have like random anxiety attacks. Some days I'll be able to stay up late. Some days I'll be able to not stay up so late and go to bed at like 10 o'clock.
And you prefer staying up late, right?
Oh yeah, I prefer.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've already talked about it, but sleeping's kind of a waste of time.
Yes.
For me, even though I know it's mentally it's good for you, but the idea of not doing anything for 8+ hours seems like a waste to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I just think it feels good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely feeling refreshed is better than feeling groggy all the time. But yeah, my brain just like, it'll take any minute little thing. Well, not any, but like you'll have to give it something and then it'll just latch onto that. So like the throat thing.
Yeah, okay, in terms of what you're being obsessed about. Okay.
Well, not this week. This week, actually, the throat feels fine.
Yeah.
Because I have a new thing that my brain's latched onto.
And what is it now?
Well, I work with like spray glue.
Yeah.
And it felt like a little bit of the liquid spray glue went into my eye.
Oh, shit.
So it feels like my eye like is sticky in the corner.
You're not blind yet.
No, not yet. And I've slept on it for 3 days. So obviously my real fear was I was going to wake up and then not have my eye be able to open.
Okay.
Luckily, the glue reacts to heat and pressure, so I don't think there's enough of that either. But what I have been doing, ironically, I thought back to high school, the eye wash station in science class. Yeah. I know you're supposed to do it for like 10-15 minutes, but every day, whenever I feel like a little anxious or something, I'll just run my eye under the tap for like a minute or two, and then I come back, and it feels good. Yeah, it feels way better. Or I'm in the shower, I'll just let it hit my face.
Yeah, the tap might be hard, but you can do that in the shower pretty easily.
Yeah. And you get the pressure from the shower.
Yeah.
It feels a lot better today than it did like 2-3 days ago. But like I said, because of the eye thing, now my throat, I don't even feel the throat.
Okay.
Like I still do lozenges sometimes at work or something when I feel kind of throaty. But honestly, most of the time it's been the eye for the last couple of days. So it's like literally my brain will latch onto anything that wants to freak about.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it'll just make me freak out completely about that.
Okay. Well, it's good to know that you freak out about shit.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. How was gaming? Your gaymaning?
It's been all right. Kind of sporadic. Haven't been playing as much as I'd want to.
Yeah, it seemed less this week than
for sure.
Normal for you.
Going to bed early and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I've only played like 6 or 7 games of Smite throughout the entire week.
Yeah, fuck, that's like nothing for you.
Yeah, nothing. Normally that's like at least a day or an afternoon of a day.
Yeah.
And then I break and come back to it later. I don't know. I kind of like the variety aspect to it, but at the same time, I kind of miss playing Smite sometimes.
Well, what game modes are you playing when you say 6 or 7? Is it like 6 or 7 arenas or 6 or 7 conquests?
Been like yesterday was like ranked joust, clash, and then 2 conquest. I think it was 2, 2, and 2.
Okay.
So actually yesterday was 6, so I probably actually played more than 7.
Okay.
But like the other days have been like 2 matches and then we lose both of them.
And you're done.
PC integration, so these motherfuckers can aim every hit.
Oh yeah.
And it's like
way easier.
fucking brutal. We did win. I played a ranked joust. Again, I've been trying to tell you this. Every single time I play a game, the first game I play, I do amazing.
Yes.
First game of Smite I played, 12-0 and 1 assist, Chiron ranked joust.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you only got 1 death?
No. That was an assist. 12-0.
Oh, 12-0.
No
oh
deaths.
My god.
No deaths.
So fuck, because Chiron is he's squishy as hell.
Yeah. And
so the fact that you didn't die at all.
I know. I was playing it real smart. And I wasn't even playing it like bitch, where I was like letting my teammates out to die. They were just playing overly aggressive and get caught. So like my teammates were a Kepri in that particular one, Kepri and a Opwash.
Oh, okay.
And then the Opwash would be like putting mad pressure on them. So the
Yeah.
enemy Chalk, which was their fake ass tank that built tank items like dead last, so he just kept being creamed. He kept pressuring out the Opwash and would just stomp him.
Okay.
Right?
Is that how you pronounce it? Opwash?
Yeah, that's how it is in the game at least.
Oh, okay.
Ophooch.
Okay, yeah.
And then the Kepri was doing pretty good considering he doesn't normally play Guardian. But even he would be like, the Opwash would die, and I'd be like, our Opwash is dead. I'm not fighting. Like I'm not going crazy, right? Because he's 3v1ing now as a Kepri.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, cool. And then he'd end up getting caught because he would just stay out a little too long, or he'd use his dash to try to engage instead of waiting to use it to get out.
Okay.
Whatever. We won.
Yeah.
We crushed them. I don't even think they took a tower.
So, if the Kepri wasn't there, would you have died a couple more times? Like, did the Kepri save you from?
No, I got no reses from the Kepri.
Oh, okay. So you just flat out didn't die at all.
I just didn't allow myself to get into a position where I was dead.
Okay.
Like
right.
I got pretty close. I think there was one where I had like 37 health,
Whatever.
stuff like that. But as soon as I got into like the orange red zone, I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Also, it helps with Chiron. He has those baby heals.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does. And he
So-
fucking has those purifies as well.
Yeah,
Fucking bullshit.
really handy against certain ones. But then again, the next game we played, I should have banned Persephone. I didn't. That was my first issue. Then they banned Chiron, so I played Shiva Lanke,
Okay.
and I was complete opposite. I did garbage. I was like most of the
0 and
deaths on
12.
teams. No, not that bad. It was like 2 and 8 or something like that.
Okay.
But it was still like not great. The Scotty and the Scotty would, you know how you were saying Chiron squishy?
Mm-hmm.
Shiba Lanke feels twice as squishy. Like Scotty
yeah.
would use 2 abilities on me.
Mm-hmm. I
Not
feel
even
like
gonna dodge.
Chibalanque is squishier.
Yeah, but they're both hunters. You
Yeah.
think they would be equivalent, but
No.
or the differences between them would be like 100, maybe 200 health, which is not that much.
I feel like Chibalanque is also harder to hit. Like he's harder to take down because his dash you can
Dash
you can
out, yeah.
swerve.
Yeah. Like I said, I tried. Honestly, I think my biggest issue was that the Persephone got such a good lead from being a good character early. If I had banned her, maybe I would have had a better chance.
That's weird. Who's the newest character right now? Is it Persephone?
I think so.
I thought they always auto ban the newest character during
After a
ranked
couple
or
weeks
anything.
or whatever, they put it into the rotation. It's
Oh.
only during like the patch they come out.
Oh, okay.
But then like the
alright.
next big patch, like a month later or 2 weeks later, then they put them into ranked.
I see. Okay. Well, after whatever adjustments
Yeah,
are made.
when
or-
they feel like they're stable, even though they're clearly not stable.
Okay. Well, neither are the devs for Smite.
Yeah. I complained to you a little while ago about them losing any type of like incentive to make unique, like they make unique gods, but gods that just break the fucking core mechanics of the game. I swear to God, this year in alone, it's been like, I think Merlin technically came out last year, but then it was King Arthur, Jormungandr, Horus, Set.
Yeah. They all play pretty weirdly.
Well, yeah, it's not my complaint, just the amount of gods. Oleron,
Okay.
Persephone, 6 in 1 year, dude. 6 new gods in 1 year.
Yeah, that's. I feel like there was more last year, wasn't there?
No, I don't feel like that.
No?
When I first started playing, it was like I felt like there was 3 new gods a year,
Oh.
maybe 4.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong because like maybe somebody can correct me, but like I remember when I was playing like years and years ago, like
Yeah.
hard, like before you got it on the PS4,
Yeah.
like it felt like there was a new god like a month or something like that.
I don't like that. Just chill out. You want your longevity for your game. You're already at like over 100 gods. I
I
think
guess
we're
right
good.
now, yeah, they're over 100.
But it's like
Yeah.
I feel like it's so unnecessary to release so many gods. They're just burning through like ideas, gods. Horus, half of his abilities have 2 abilities attached to them.
Yeah,
That's not fair. He's not a stance switcher. He just gets free 2 abilities. He just uses an ability and then immediately gets another ability. No fucking questions asked.
I see what you're saying.
At least
you want
with-
him to have 3 abilities.
I just want them to be a little bit more legit instead of these like, let's just throw a fucking idea against the wall. Good enough. Let's send that god out.
I thought Jormungandr was pretty unique.
Jormungandr was pretty cool. I like Set a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But like Ullaron, it's like, let's take the entire lane size of a conquest match and give him an ult that fills it.
I was fucking like when I first used his ability and I saw how the range of it. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Also, they've made a very big point that magical characters can't crit, so let's release a character that crits. It's the same thing I was telling you. It's like Jormungandr, let's break towers. Ullaron, let's break and no crits for magical characters.
What about fucking what's his name? Ao Kuang, couldn't he crit?
No.
No?
No.
Huh.
There's no crit items for magical characters. And he can't build physical items.
So how does Ullaron
He just has a natural passive crit.
Oh, he does?
His kit allows him to crit because of his passive. God,
that's fucking okay.
And he crits more based on like I don't play Ullaron, so I don't actually know specifically, but if you build a certain type of item like attack speed or something like that, he crits more.
Oh my god. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. That's why I'm complaining. I was like, they keep releasing all these gods. How about if that was the case, if Ullaron and Jormungandr and shit like that, where they're like, let's break the game a little bit for our core mechanics, if that was like 2 gods, 3, 4 gods a year, I'd be like, okay, reasonable, right? Because you can adjust to the meta. It's like, no, we just got Ullaron on handle. Persephone, she doesn't die when she's dead. Also, she gets like to use her ult and her abilities if they're off cooldown when she dies.
Yep. It's amazing.
What the fuck, dude?
Do they do half damage? I can't remember.
I can't remember, but there is like a slight damage decrease, but it doesn't feel like that. Certainly does not feel like that, I'll tell you that much.
Well, fucks, mate.
And then she got her stupid fucking plants that you can't kill.
Yeah, they're just around the screen.
You can cast them like multiple times without them really being on cooldown.
Fuck, I think they look so ugly. They're just like all over the place.
Yeah.
They kind of ruin the aesthetic a little bit. It's like when stamps first came out.
Oh yeah.
Or sorry,
death marks.
Death marks, sorry, yeah. And they're like fucking all over the place. I'm like, oh my god, this is kind of making the arena kind of ugly.
Yeah, I don't like the death marks. Jump stamps, I guess they only last for a second, so it's like okay, but I don't personally jump because it always fucks me up because I'm on controller.
Yeah, you got to get a fucking mouse and keyboard.
Yeah,
they probably allow it now.
I think they do allow it. I should do it. I should have a mouse and keyboard. I wonder how hard it would be to set up with PS4. Yeah, whatever.
Probably just plug it in and go.
Yeah, but yeah, I've been playing. I've been trying to play more Borderlands.
Oh yeah, that's right. That came out.
Not too bad. Been fun, but I haven't played as much as I'd like. I should be like level 50 by now, but I'm not. I'm like level like 35 or 36 or something like that.
Okay.
That's my main character, Armara. What else? Oh, I've been playing Apex, which I was telling you I've been getting much better at. I used to be such a scrub, like barely being able to break like 100, 200 damage.
Okay.
Now I'm like getting kills, doing damage, having like internal strats for shit.
And you said you had the one match where you did like 1,300 damage.
Yeah,
or something like
I took a picture of it so people can't say that bullshit. I've only had 2 games where I've done like over 1,000. One of them was like 1,080 or something like that.
Whatever.
But this one was like 13.
Jesus Christ, that's a fucking shit ton of damage,
pretty good.
Man.
I know, but some of my friends do that like consistently, where they're like 800 to 1,000.
Really,
per
every game?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's like my carries, but I play more of a support in everything.
Do the different characters have different damage stats, or
no? It's based on guns.
Okay, so the damage is based on
the guns. Only way you could do more damage with the character is if their ability allows you to do more damage. So if you shoot like the smoke canisters with Bangalore, does like 10 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Or if you use Gibraltar's ult, does damage with the artillery. Caustic with fart gas does damage.
Or fucking what's her name, Bangalore? With
I don't think she actually does damage. I think it's just concussive.
Oh, is it just
because it comes down faster and it has a bigger area?
Okay.
I might be wrong. I don't use her a lot, but from what I remember, it's usually concussive damage.
Okay. I don't know if I like that better.
I don't know. It comes down much faster. Gibraltar, it's like you throw your thing, and then it's like, vroom. Doo, 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 doo. Whereas Bangalore's like, vroom, vroom.
And then it just happens,
And there's a delay after the fact. But I'd rather have it come down fast, because so many times people just walk out of the fucking area, which is annoying.
So I guess with Gibraltar's is usually more useless.
A little bit, or it's like to push them out of an area,
just to get
or
them away,
make them force under cover or something like that. But yeah, I like the new map. Been getting better at the game. Been trying to play more. I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
That's good.
Unlike last season, where I didn't keep up with the battle pass.
Yeah, so you had to grind the fuck out of it
at the last minute. Yeah, this one I'm already at like level 10 or 11.
And how long do we have? Oh, we still have like another month and a half, right?
Way more than a month and a half.
Oh.
We're only on the second week, and there's like 12 to 14 weeks of it. So I got
Jesus
lots
Christ.
of time.
Okay, yeah.
And unlike the last battle pass where like you have 7 challenges per week, now I'm like the first 2 weeks I'm like 3 and 3 already.
Okay, all right.
Complete. So it's like not too bad.
Yeah, so you won't need to grind the fuck out of it.
Or do the ones that are just the easy ones.
Yeah.
Also, when you play, like I think I told you, you get XP and then you get free battle pass levels. Or if you do like daily challenges, you get battle pass levels.
Yeah.
So the fact that I'm doing those like during the weeks,
yeah,
I'm getting free battle pass levels. So.
I see. Okay.
So I don't have to just do the challenges.
Yeah.
So like last season, one of the ones I never completed was the L Star Nox because it comes in crates.
Okay.
Like the drop crates.
Yeah. And
there's only 2 per round. I told you about this.
Yeah, so you have to pick up the L Star.
And but it has to be in that crate.
Yeah,
because you have to get to the drop.
Yeah.
And you have to get knocked down. So it's too many like variabilities to do the end.
Well, you can also pick it up from someone, right?
Rarely, if they die or drop it, yeah. Or if it still has ammo in it.
Yeah.
But this one, it's like because it's a new weapon, it's charge rifle. It's not in a crate. It's easier to do. But the other one that I had a hard time with was like getting headshots with the light machine guns.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That one, like, but even last season, I did like, what was it, 36 out of 50?
Oh, man.
And now I'm like, just by playing the game, I've already got like 5 to 10.
Okay.
So it's like, just doing
slowly
it
over time,
exactly.
you'll get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the part of the issue that I had last time was that huge break I took of not playing it fucked me for a lot of those like chip challenges.
Okay. Well, good luck with this one.
Yeah, I think I'll have much better.
You won't need to pay for the last little bit this time.
I hope not.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I play a little bit of Siege. It's weird. Sometimes like I do really well in Siege, but I used to do a lot better when I smoked weed. The flow gave me like hyper instincts. Sometimes I do really bad, sometimes I do really good. So I have to get back into playing it more, but I still fucking love that game.
Fucking Siege. Apparently that's one of the more top played games on Steam or something like that.
I think it's just slowly getting back its thing now that it has like an esports.
Oh, it has like a...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, like, I'll just say culture around it.
Yeah, it does. To some degree. So
I mean, I'm happy about it because that game kind of deserves it.
I agree.
It's a very tactical game, but
and it's digestible. It's not like Smite where in Siege you could have a long game, but it's like because the rounds are fairly quick and timed.
Short, yeah.
It's like the action keeps happening, keeps getting a refresh. Whereas Smite, it's like you're just beating your head against the wall, or it's a 20-minute game for Pro League stuff.
Yes. Unless some idiot decides, I mean, even Pro League, it's happened, so decides to, like, just quit.
Yeah.
Fucking morons. Hate it when that happens.
I remember seeing that. Like, one video from, like, season 2 or 3 where the dude just, like, F7'd in the middle of, like, a Pro League match. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And everyone chat on him for it. I think he was ejected from Pro League and stuff like that after that.
Why would he do that?
Because people are salty little babies when they play video games. Dude, it's the same thing I've said before. You're playing a fucking video game. It's one thing to be salty, but it's one thing to be salty and bitch out.
Yeah. He bitched into the match. He cannot bitch out.
Yeah, exactly. You're at the top level of play. Why the fuck would you just be like, no, I'm not going to play anymore? What the fuck? That's the shit that they do in fucking cash. Or ranked in low levels, you know what I mean?
Low level ranked, yeah. So, I don't know.
I'm not, I don't play with that fucking garbage mentality. Siege was like that. I don't know if I told you last week. I shot a guy on my team. He came around the corner and spooked me. I shot him. I won the round, and then he killed me the next round. Like, what a bitch. I won, dude. It'd be one thing if you were upset because I lost the match because I killed you, but it was like, I clutched it.
Yeah.
I clutched it.
You made up for that accidentally death?
You think, like, if someone did that to me, I'd be like, okay, cool, you get a free pass, right? I wouldn't necessarily kill somebody just because they killed me. You know, shit happens. For me, it's like, I see a body, I'm spooked.
Your first instinct is to shoot. Yeah.
Fuck you. Sometimes that happens, dude. Sorry.
Okay. Thank God you're not a cop.
Well, I can't see their faces. Most people are wearing helmets and shit.
I don't know if that makes it better.
Well, I mean, I just can't look for the black people and shoot them.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah. It's true. Okay, well, good on that. How was work and everything?
Mundane.
Yeah, alright. Fair enough.
It's just been work. It's picked up a little bit, but I've mostly got a handle on it.
It's probably slowing down at about now.
No,
right?
Actually it was slower before. They keep saying like, oh yeah, we're going to get slammed in September. Didn't get slammed. October. Oh, late October is going to be busy. Hasn't got to late October yet, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't believe it until the work is in front of me.
I thought that you don't do the. I thought. Sorry, that was poor phrasing. I thought you do the bulk of the work in like June and July, like during.
That is a lot of it.
Summer,
because beach volleyball is a big thing.
Yeah,
and like also beginning of spring, middle of springish, they have the provincials and stuff like that, which is like obviously the province, and that's usually a big one too for just like merchandising. But we're trying to get like more schools and stuff like that.
Okay.
So one of my bosses was telling me that we're gonna do a bunch of the like the volleyball, the baseball, whatever for the entire school.
Yeah, I guess that's good money.
Yeah, because in each season of the school year, there's a new like team or sport being played.
Yeah.
Whether it be indoor or outdoor.
And you get to, affect impressionable young kids.
I suppose. I mean, not really. I just print stuff that they wear.
Yeah, I guess it's the adults that you talk to.
Not even me. I just print it. I'm just the labor.
Who's the one trying to get out these like contracts and stuff to sell shit?
The ladies who work in the office. They're like head office. I don't know how you would put it. They also talk to customers and sell them.
All right, they just give people a call and they're just like, "Hey,
I don't think they do that often because they're so busy with already processing orders and stuff like that. Oh,
really? Okay.
Because it's so much back and forth and buying stuff, finding where all the product comes. Sometimes the product can't all come from the same place. Organizing like artwork and shit like that, even though they're not actually doing the artwork separation.
Yeah.
So then I think part of their job is to get more clientele, but I don't think they really have time for that.
Damn.
Whatever. I mean,
well, that's a good thing, I suppose. That means you guys have enough work.
Yeah, sort of. It's slow sometimes, but I guess we have enough work to keep us busy.
Okay. And then I guess, is there a little bit of a push during Christmas as well? Like usually?
Not really. No? It's usually a slowdown. Christmas break.
Okay, I just figured somebody would have to be like, I figured people would be like hosting big events and then they want.
No, it's got to be sports team stuff. So most people are trying to take it easy during the holidays. Well, I mean,
you do more than sports though. Like you'll make sure it's for fucking anyone, right?
Yeah, would. But how many people are actually coming to us? And our main demographic is people doing sports.
Okay, all right.
It's just like activewear and stuff like that.
Was it like similar sort of thing when you worked at the other shirt companies? Like,
no, they would go and get different. Like when I worked at the first shop, it was a lot of like painting companies and stuff like that because we had a contract with General Paint.
Okay,
so basically General Paint would talk to painters and then have a T-shirt program that would have General Paint on the front.
Oh, I remember that actually. Yeah.
Then the individual painting logo on the back.
Yeah.
So we'd print shit tons of fronts with all the General Paint, and then just pull what we need for
the backs.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the second place, they would do any contract work, like the stuff where they're getting like, what is it? Not second placement. Is it second placement? I don't know what the term is, but it's basically like, I run the printing business, but you are not part of my business, but you have your own business where you go and outsource work. Okay. And then you give me the work to do, even though you're not really doing it, but it's still technically coming from you. And I give it to you so you can give it to your client.
Yeah, and so I sell it at a little bit more. Exactly. Basically nothing but a middleman.
Yeah, but you probably make more money on it than I do.
Oh.
Because I have to give you a low cost, so I'm already lowering my prices theoretically. Okay. So it's more about volume at that point.
Yeah, it's more about just getting orders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was that other place, but they would also do huge orders. Like one year they got Queen was doing a tour like 5-6 years ago, maybe even later. I'm losing track of time now. And they did like all the tour for the local city.
Okay, and you did a bunch of shirts for them?
Yeah. Oh, there's like a big Queen logo with all their dates and stuff like that.
All right.
So sometimes they'll get random orders like that, but it's also a lot of like businesses and stuff like that.
But now your current place is mostly just sports teams.
Yeah, because the owner, one of the owners, he was heavily, or still is heavily into like the volleyball community, and then from there he kind of just outsource and expand to other sports teams, stuff like that. So there's a local. I don't know what you call them, like a group that you can sign up for called UREC.
Okay. I don't think it doesn't ring.
They're like Vancouver local.
Okay.
But they do like softball, they do volleyball, they do baseball.
Okay.
They do a bunch of different sports, but then you can sign up and do whatever sports you want. But they like organize it, set up teams, rent out equipment, and then we print out all the shirts for them.
Damn.
Because they used to be our neighbors at our old location.
Yeah.
So we had like a buddy relationship with them. I'm
gonna go to them and see if I can get them to start a Smite League.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
I would love if. Well, I'm not anymore actually because I'm kind of out of Smite for as hardcore as I was going last year. But I was looking so hard. I would check like every 3 months to see if there was anyone running esports for Smite, and it was like
in Vancouver,
nobody. And if there was, it was at UBC. And
I was gonna say UBC occasionally does it, but that's even quite rare.
And it's usually for only big games like League or maybe StarCraft.
Yeah, they do League a fair bit as far as I know. Even StarCraft is not super huge there, but.
Yeah. But for Smite, I doubt it. And I've tried. And it's like, to get any type of sponsorship, it's like such a big investment of money that nobody's going to do that for a game that they've never heard of, let alone most of the people that I'm going to be talking to are not even involved with the gaming community.
No, you would need, like, the only way you could get away with that is if you had a ton of money yourself or if you were, like, a famous YouTube personality or something, you could maybe just get sponsors based off of that.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen for me.
Yeah.
So, no Smite Pro League for me. Also, you crushed my dreams a long time ago, calling me old.
Yeah, well, you are old.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm a veteran player, sir. I'm a veteran. Veterans need jobs. And I could be support. You don't need to have crazy reflexes for that. I just need to be able to respond.
You just need. Okay, fine. You can maybe be a support player. Old
man
Shane, that can be your name.
Hey. I'll take it.
You'll take it?
I'll take it. If I get to play Pro League, I'll take it. All those fucking 18, 20-year-olds can go fuck themselves when they get crushed by my fucking 30-year-old ass.
I feel sad for them because it seems like it's because even the like regular sports they stop playing sports like usually I want to say 27, 28 is like when they stop usually, and it seems like for esports it's even earlier.
Yeah,
like,
weird.
It seems like a lot stop at like 25.
I feel 24. Like it's because a lot of them can just go and do streaming and stuff like that.
I mean, that might be it, and esports maybe just doesn't pay all that well Probably for not. Like the investment you have to put into it.
Or at least it might just be the Smite community part of it. Mm-hmm. They don't have a huge esports, so they're not getting $500,000 like some of them.
Fucking Overwatch doesn't have a huge scene anymore.
No. It's funny how that was like such a big thing and everyone thought it was the shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm not shitting on Overwatch in particular, but it's just funny that how it went from such a hype game that everyone was like into. And I agree, it's pretty fun. And
fun.
I like the balancing aspect that there's not a lot going on. You don't have to worry about item balancing and shit like that.
Yes.
But it's funny how it just took a fucking nosedive basically in the last like 2 years.
I mean, I really wanted to like Overwatch. Like, I bought it on day one, or at least close to when it came out. And I played, maybe 30, 40 hours of it. But at the end of that, I was like, I don't know. This game just isn't really doing it for me anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked a lot of the characters they were bringing out. Like, Moira was my shit for a while when they brought her out. And I liked Ana. Obviously, you can tell. I like female characters that are healers. But yeah,
Mercy?
like... I didn't play a lot of Mercy. I wasn't very good. Console, it's a lot harder to, like, micromanage.
Okay, all right.
And it was before her rework.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she did get a rework. I
where she can do res on command as opposed to waiting for her ult.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, Moira was my shit. I fucking love that. You had fucking, like, dark energy chain and you're like...
I don't even... Damage. She was one of the newer characters, so I don't know her. Well, she has, not new, but...
She has, like, two... attacks. Okay. It's not stances because she can use them at will. But she basically can use a beam attack to heal.
Okay.
Which is like a light stance. Okay. And then she has a beam attack for damage.
Okay. And
that's like her left and her right.
Okay.
And then she has an orb attack that either does the damage orb and it bounces.
Right. Okay.
And it's a big orb. Well, it's like a big-ish orb. Mm-hmm. And then as it bounces around and hits people, mostly just hitting people, it shrinks.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And the same thing for heal. So you can throw a heal into combat and it'll heal all your allies and bounce around the walls.
It shrinks as it heals people.
Yeah, and then her alt is like she does both, but it's like a Kamehameha.
Oh,
so she just does a laser beam.
So if your teammates are in front of it, then they get healed. Yeah. But if the enemy team is in front of it, they take hit. Yeah. They take damage. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool.
I like her a lot. And then her other ability was like a shadow step dash into like a stealth.
Oh, basically just an escape.
Yeah.
Or something. Okay. All
right. Move around. And you can do it in like multi-direction. So if you want to like sidestep, you could sidestep and stuff like that.
And then she got stealth. Can you move while being stealth?
Yeah.
Okay, all
I
right.
can't remember if the stealth is actually part of it, but I know that during the dash, she's like invisible.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I liked her a lot. She was a pretty cool character. That was my shit for a long time, like to the point where my friend got me a Overwatch pin that was like her emblem.
I mostly just played as Diva when the game came out.
Yeah, that was my shit.
Yeah.
That was when it first came out. She was the one I liked the most.
Yeah, I just saw her in the giant mech. I'm like, I'm gonna
Done.
play as her. Yeah, that was it. Before she became insanely popular.
Yeah.
Now she's like super. I think she's probably one of the more iconic characters. Her and Tracer, I want to say.
Yeah, well, Tracer, they always had her as the like premier character.
Yeah, they did.
Like, and then Reaper's the like edgelord, easy grab.
Fuck, I hate Reaper.
Whatever.
He's such a fucking edgelord.
Yeah, but whatever. You gotta have your edgelord characters.
Hate edgelords. They make me so mad.
Yeah, well, you're doing a podcast with one.
Fucking edgelord.
Lord of the Edge over here. What about you? What have you been up to?
Working a lot. I've been reading a shit ton of manga, which is weird because I don't normally do that.
Okay.
Normally I only watch like, the only anime I ever watch is One Piece, and that's one episode a week.
Just chip away at it. It's like thousands and thousands.
No, I have already chipped away at it. Like I've seen every episode. It's
really?
just there's a new one every week. So I watch.
Jesus Christ! It hasn't ended.
No, yeah, it's still going.
Oh my god!
I think it's about 80% done.
80% done. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's on episode. What is it? I want to say 700 or
Can
something.
you even remember all the plot lines by now? Because I can barely remember all the Naruto plot lines, and I only watched from like just up to Shippuden, basically.
Wow, you stuck to Naruto a lot longer than I did then.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked some of the character changes and stuff like that, but after a while, I was just like downloading it, watching it, keeping up with it, fucking translations. Fucking what a waste of time.
I stopped watching Naruto right after the fucking Chunin exam.
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
I didn't even finish the Chunin exam because I didn't see Gaara fight Sasuke.
Oh, really?
I know that fight happened, but I have not yet seen it.
Oh, I can't even remember what happens in that one. I just remember the Rock Lee versus Gaara one because that one was
dope.
Yeah.
That was like hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because I got into Demon Slayer, and which is a really good anime. It's not the best anime in the world, but it's the best anime I've seen in a long fucking time.
Okay.
And so the anime just ended.
Okay.
And by ended I mean like I guess they finished the first season and they're just going to be doing movies for the next couple arcs.
Okay.
But I'm just like, I just want to know what happens in the story, so I started reading the manga.
Oh, okay.
That was at about I want to say chapter 80 or 90, and now I've read up to about chapter 200.
Jesus Christ.
So I think I'm almost done. I think I've almost caught up to the very end of the series.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've just been reading so much fucking manga.
I'm surprised they don't have audiobooks for that shit. But I guess you need to.
Well, it's comics, right? I don't know.
You need to visually see it.
I was thinking about that too. I'm just like, could you do audiobooks for comic books? I don't know if it would work out.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's a good point. You need to kind of see someone get punched in the face for it to have real impact.
Mm-hmm. You can do it for regular books because they explain everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody can do like an audio book where like you follow along with the comic, so they maybe take out all the words. They just like highlight when an individual character is talking.
Oh, okay.
And then just have like the panel scroll as it's being spoken.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And you just like skim through it basically.
Yeah.
As it's being read to you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, so manga, work, still barely, or I would say not even playing any games on my PC. Just on my phone, just mobile games. You know, the manly games. Bitch. Nope, that's where all the pros play.
Yeah, the pros who are chumps who are addicted to microtransactions.
You just hate women, which is why you hate mobile games.
That's fine.
Okay,
that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I am a feminist, and I like to join my women with their mobile games.
You're about as much of a feminist as a piece of bologna is feminist.
I am super feminist, okay? I'm all about that fucking black people are allowed to say the N-word only. And
I don't think that's feminist. I think you're getting your
No, that's part of
SJW
feminism.
terms.
No, it's if you don't consider racist things as part of feminism, then you only believe in white feminism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There is a racial aspect into the new feminism, which is, you know.
I like the divides in SJW groups. So
Yeah,
that you have
yeah.
people fighting each other.
I mean, fucking, they got. There was a couple Twitter posts. This was not even by SJW standards. This was not mainstream, but there was a couple Twitter posts getting mad at Greta Thunberg or whatever for being cis and white. Some SJWs.
She's fucking like what, 15, and you're judging her based on her sexual orientation? Who cares? Who cares? She's not. Oh, that's so stupid.
They're just like, oh, we should be propping up minorities who want to fight for climate change. I'm like, what? The point is the climate, not who's saying it.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
What are you talking about? It's like you're missing the point completely
you're
here.
losing the plot.
Mm-hmm. There was apparently again, fuck, I should have brought this in. But there was this one climate change demonstration that happened earlier last week. Where
local or just
no, not local.
Okay.
Somewhere in the States, I believe. And the climate. One of the people there had like a hose full of like attached to a ton of, I don't know why, a ton of fake blood.
Okay.
And they were just gonna pour it on themselves. And
sounds like PETA, but okay.
Yeah, I know, right? I think it's just to indicate how we're killing everyone on Earth.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was climate change because it's very ironic what happened. But they lost control of the hose and it started like spraying all over the place. So all they did was basically, put chemicals into the
nice
into the world. Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah. It was kind of funny.
Just so what happens when you get children that have good ideas.
Well, they have good intentions, not good ideas.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe it's just because I'm so sluggish right now.
Yeah, and I was going to say, you're really fucking up with the ums and ahs. Yeah. And I don't want to criticize you too hard.
Yeah. Maybe I'm still high or something.
Oh, yeah, you did take those pills last night.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not feeling anything now. I stayed up as long as I could to try to see if I could get any effects out of them.
Like psychoactive effects?
Yeah.
Nothing?
I felt it, but it was almost nothing. It's just, there was that one point where it was almost like a really hard shift because you have the lights here, and I blinked, and then as soon as I opened my eyes after the blink, everything just became brighter for a moment.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be something.
But
that seems very mild.
But that was like it was a very hard transition. It was not like the lights just subtly became brighter. It's just like they were just brighter. Yeah.
Weird.
But I mean, yeah, other than that, like I didn't really feel very much.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
I might have to take more.
Yeah, you might just have to take more.
Fuck, that really sucks.
It's going to cost more.
Yeah. Well, I don't even take it.
I mean, you could just start vaping.
I could just start vaping. Maybe that's the easiest way.
Straight.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're using it for, right?
Yeah. Just need to make sure I get it from a good place. Don't want to get any fucking fake vapes and have calcium going through my lungs.
Well, no, you don't need the vape juice stuff. You just get like what I have, which is just basically.
You mean a vapor? Yeah. You mean that actually?
Like an actual, just straight up. That way you're not fucking around with that stuff.
I hear vaping now, and all I can think about is like the juice and shit.
Fat rips.
Yeah, that's right. You can get them with marijuana.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I just find it's easier when you have less shit to have to deal with, right? There's no you don't really need it to taste like churros.
I suppose not. I just want to deal with liquids instead of actual weed.
Oh. Yeah. Well, you gotta be able to get something.
Yeah.
Because they do have so many different processes of which they take marijuana and turn to wax or shatter
and turn fucking anything.
Pills like you're taking.
I could probably even I don't know if it will work, but I could probably melt the gel caps that I have and even use those, but that I don't want to do that.
No, and it'd probably stink up the place too, depending on if it still smells like weed.
Yeah.
Do you ever get the thing where sometimes I would get this with edibles where you fart and it smells like weed?
Yeah, that happens. Farts and burps, they smell like weed. Yeah. There was when I first took it, and I took a shit after.
Yeah.
The bathroom totally stank of weed. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, your body not processing it completely. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, oh, I was gonna pet your kitty, but you're reaching out for him.
He's giving the look.
Yeah, he wants attention.
He wants food, I think.
Or that, or both.
But no crumbly bits you're allowed to eat right now, so you gotta wait a little longer.
But yeah, not much has been going on with my week. Like I said, just reading manga and just becoming a weeb for about a week. I want to stop soon because I hate weebs.
Yeah.
Fuck them to hell.
But you have become weeb.
I'm not a weeb.
I am become weeb.
No, because I only read the popular manga that everyone is reading.
Oh, that's even worse, dude. You're not even like a edgelord weeb where you're like, oh, you gotta read the cool manga that no one's heard about. You gotta read the fucking like base level garbage.
Yeah, which makes it not actually a weeb, okay?
I don't know. It's like entry level weeb. You got your white belt.
I got my white belt.
Actually, I think you've watched enough Dragon Ball. You probably earned your yellow by now.
Yeah, Dragon Ball is not even that weeby because it's so mainstream.
I know, but still, you've been inducted enough that you've got it.
I do like my Dragon Ball. I might start reading the manga for that. Since the anime ended, but the manga still goes on.
Yeah. I was hoping that you're going to be able to fully listen to I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
Like I said, there was something off with that actor's voice. I could not listen to him. Yeah. He was like making me really annoyed at him. I don't know why. Yeah. His voice just was annoying.
You sure it was the voice and it wasn't what they're saying?
No,
because it's supposed to be kind of like unsettling.
I couldn't even figure out the words he was saying.
Oh, really?
Of the time, yeah. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I gotta take a look at it to make sure it's not Harlan Ellison, because that would be really disappointing if you don't like Harlan Ellison's voice.
I highly doubt that it's, like I said before, usually they get like another actor or something to do it.
By the way, for anyone listening, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is not an anime. It's a short story.
They could do an anime about it.
They probably could, yes. Yeah. I'm sure some crazy Japanese person has read it and was like, this should be an anime.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Yeah. But nothing too special has been going on with me. I've been just looking at the what I very subtly tried to bring in earlier, the Overwatch controversy, which I think is hilarious.
Oh, it's much more than Overwatch.
Yeah, it's Blizzard in general. Yeah, yeah, but I think
it's not even Overwatch. It's Hearthstone is where it started.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it happened with Hearthstone, but it seems like Overwatch is getting hit the most out of it.
I think
because it might have the biggest player base.
They might just have the biggest player base. Yeah.
But I thought
just like Blizzard in general is just getting fucked right now.
Yeah, they are. Well, then they released that fucking apology letter or whatever. I can't remember which was.
I didn't read that, or I didn't hear about it.
It was pretty half-hearted, which as they usually are. There was one Reddit post that I read about it, which I thought was fucking hilarious, where one guy wanted to delete his Blizzard account.
Oh yeah, and you had to go through like all these hoops to fucking be able to actually delete it.
Yeah, the Blizzard was just like, oh, you have to do this, and then so he's just like, delete my account. I'm gonna go to every forum ever, and I'm gonna start saying the N-word and relating it to my account. I'm gonna start playing the games. I'm gonna start saying the N-word like everywhere on every platform until you delete my account.
And they will.
Yeah. I don't know if that actually worked, but I was just like, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, that's one way. I mean, technically, that's what. It's not exactly what got that other guy suspended and banned, but it's basically the same type of speech that they wouldn't agree with.
Yeah, well, don't quote unquote don't agree with. Oh no, they just said no politics allowed. That's what they said.
Well, they tried to specify it for that particular situation, but basically it's speech that
makes China look bad.
Just detracts from the game is what their general statement is.
Yeah, that's what their general
to be about China.
But no, their general statement is bullshit. Yeah, it was about China.
Yeah, basically, it's about money.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing that happened that kind of was like happening at the same time with the NBA?
Oh, so everyone was telling me about how it's bullshit that the NBA, not telling me, sorry, I mean like people online have been saying it's bullshit how the NBA has been selling to China, but that's all I know. Like I don't know anything else other than that.
So this is as far as I know because I don't really follow sports. The team, I don't even know what state they're from, but the Rockets.
Okay.
They used to be the team that Yao Ming was on.
Okay, all right.
From China.
Yeah.
Big, tall Chinese guy.
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
So that team in particular has been like big in China, and China itself is just generally a huge market for money.
Yes.
So one of the general managers or coaches for the Rockets team was basically saying like not fuck China, but like standing up for Hong Kong's right for free speech.
Yes.
And then the NBA, like that team, just like had a freak out because China was going to start banning them, and they did ban the Rockets team.
Okay, really?
From China,
oh,
from
shit.
being advertised in China.
Including Yao Ming himself?
I think Yao Ming also denounced them too.
Okay.
The team, the Rockets. And then that guy that was the coach, I believe he got suspended or fired. And then all the players were like coming out basically like sucking China's dick.
Really?
Yeah. And then I was like, this is my own personal perspective, but I think it's hilarious that at the same time, like earlier this year and last year, we had the NFL like kneeling to oppose the American government, and everyone's like, we should have politics in sports and we should stand up for players and stuff like that. But now the NBA are doing the same thing, but they're kowtowing for China.
Of course.
And it's like, it's almost like the complete, it's very simple the way I'm explaining it, but it's almost seemingly like the opposite two things that are happening where it's like, let's support free speech but against our government, but let's not support free speech against someone else's government because of money.
But it's the
NBA, the National Basketball Association, national, not international.
I'm confused that like why China plays such a huge role in
money,
that.
dude.
Yeah,
there's fucking like, how many billions of people there, and they love fucking the Rockets apparently.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. I guess for the Rockets team specifically, that's almost an exclusive market just for them. So.
But then that also brings in the rest of the NBA to be able to, like, who are the Rockets gonna play, other than other NBA teams? Right?
Yeah,
so everybody gets a share in the wealth.
I suppose that's.
And there's been a bunch of companies that I haven't really followed, but really it's been Blizzard and this part of the NBA that's been the big parts of the like pro-China, anti-China like conversation that's been going on. I think it's just weird that, like I said, that you would have two different sports doing the same thing in two different directions, but one's like, we love money, and the other one's, we hate America. But both, like, one's okay and one's not okay.
It should both be okay.
Yeah, you think.
Yeah. But
I guess there's just too much money, and it's like, everyone's getting slammed. It's Blizzard the same way. They're getting slammed for being a bunch of fucking money grubbers.
Yeah. I mean, in Blizzard's case, they have their shit is a lot more involved in China than the fucking NBA.
Yeah, but still, it's the same like scenario that's basically going on. It's just money as a motivation.
I mean, even the NBA is largely about money. Sorry. Sorry, I said NBA. I meant NFL. The NFL is largely about money too. Yeah, it's always about money. Fucking Nike. Like talking about how they they're with Colin Kaepernick and everything, but then they use child labor in China. Yeah. It's all
hypocrisy and money.
Just it's whatever pays out the most.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the only real big downside of capitalism is it's always just chasing the dollar, and then you just say things that sound good, but then in action, they rarely match up.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
just say what gets you paid.
I mean, it's the same thing I was saying before. If your business is actually financially stable, then you shouldn't have to kowtow to fucking China and say nice things to suck their dick. You should be able to just operate in America and make your money, but everyone's got to chase that next dollar, and it can't be enough to just make your money. Someone was saying it kind of makes sense because it's like these players are always asking for more money and getting paid more, so it's like you got to find that money somewhere. But at the same time, it's a shitty excuse. How about we don't pay $10 million for a guy throwing a basketball around? I understand that they're elite athletes. I can appreciate that. But $10 million to throw a basketball around for entertainment, maybe, call me crazy, maybe a little bit much.
Well, I mean, like, you're right, but if they have the money, what else are they going to do with it? Give it to themselves? Like, that's not any better.
No, I would just pay them less and make the tickets cheaper so that more people can go see the games. The idea of sports and entertainment sports is that so people can be entertained, right? If you make it like these crazy ticket prices and pay these athletes crazy amounts of money, it's just defeats the whole point of it being, what was the original point of this? Was it for players to make money, or was it for people to be entertained?
Yeah, well, now it's for players to make money.
Exactly. And it's, people being entertained is only secondary almost.
Yeah. Well, I remember like reading the history of hockey, and like you hear the stories about the guys who first wanted to play hockey in like a pro league, and they were just passionate about hockey. Like
playing hockey.
It was about the sport.
Yeah.
And it's a lot nicer of a story, but like now everyone that plays it, I'm sure, are still passionate about hockey, but it's about the fucking money.
Yeah, that's the sad part. Is it?
Yeah.
It. I don't know. And again, as a non-athlete, I guess I don't really have a leg to stand on. People should get paid a decent amount of money.
Oh yeah.
But I think that maybe they're getting paid just a tad too much. You know what I mean? Like, for the amount of money that they get paid versus what other people do for the world that are much more impactful to the world and aren't just entertainment, I feel like the money distribution is very off.
Yeah, well, you know, it's all about what's sexiest, right?
I suppose.
Like, being a teacher isn't sexy, but being a basketball player is.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah. If you want teachers to start making more money, you know, you gotta make it sexier somehow.
Tits in the classroom?
Yeah. Gotta get tits in the classroom. That'll sell ads, man.
I guess it will.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work, but I guess if they get paid more, good on them. What if we made teachers basketball players?
There we go. It might be easier to do it the other way around, because I don't know how many teachers are.
Yeah, but like, isn't it kind of a? I don't want to paint anyone as too broad of a stroke, but as a joke, aren't athletes kind of always kind of painted as like being dumb and just being able to do their physical labor?
Yeah, a lot of them are.
So I don't think I want them teaching my kids. My non-existent kids, I don't think I want them teaching the next generation of students. Maybe LeBron, he seems pretty savvy, but put him in like a business class.
Yeah, I would love to learn about business from LeBron. Yeah. Or Kanye.
Well, that's an outlier. And that motherfucker already makes too much money, so I don't think he needs to make any more money by being a teacher.
I would like to see it if like basketball or sports or athletes in general like taught PE.
Yeah. That'd be good, yeah.
Yeah. Because even LeBron James teaching fucking, I don't know, hockey or soccer would work out. I mean, I know he plays basketball, but, you know.
He knows the athlete mentality that it takes. He's
got the, I'm going to fuck you over until you get good mentality.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
Yeah, so that'd be nice. It's kind of like what I say about people insisting that you have to buy dogs from the pound. I'm like, you got to make that more sexy.
Yeah, but it's hard to make sad dogs sexy.
No, it's not, okay? I have a brilliant idea that I'm never going to execute on.
Okay.
And it's just make it like a dog park where people can just run with the dogs.
Yeah, or like therapy dogs.
Something like that. Yeah, just use them for something like that. And just have people pay. It doesn't even have to pay a lot, right? Just $3-4, whatever.
Yeah.
They get them for an hour.
Chill out in the park.
Yeah, you get a dog with you. The only downside is you can't use every dog because some of them
are assholes.
You got to be careful which dogs you use. But
yeah, I feel like a lot of the ones that would be at the pound would be at least somewhat acclimated to people.
Yeah.
Obviously, there'd be some that wouldn't be, but
yeah. Just make it so that if people want to just run with a dog, they can do that.
Yeah. Walk this dog.
Yeah, so I just think because like the cat cafe just piqued my interest. I'm like, what can we do for dogs? And that's just something.
Or just any animals.
Yeah.
Fucking hamsters.
Yeah.
I mean, they're usually at like pet stores, so it's a little bit harder to get them out because it's like an actual business.
Mm-hmm.
But like, imagine you just have a bunch of like people that are sad with a room full of hamsters.
Yeah, that'd be so nice.
Yeah.
Or like give people a cookbook and let them experiment with the hamsters.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. I just remembered hamsters don't like each other, so you can't actually have a room full of hamsters.
They don't?
Most hamsters are like pissed off at each other.
Really?
Did I not tell you the story?
No.
I had a hamster, and I swear I told this on the podcast before, but like I had a hamster. My next door neighbor had a hamster, and we were like, "Oh, let's let them play together." And they ended up basically like sumo wrestling and scratching the fuck out of each other. And like I don't know if it's just like a male versus male thing, but hamsters do not like each other.
Huh. Okay, that's a problem.
Yeah. So maybe not hamsters, but dogs and cats probably separately. That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. But yeah, so I forgot what we were on before the dogs and oh yeah, that's right. We were talking about the
China.
Did you see the South Park episode?
No, I haven't. I want to see Banned in China, but I haven't because they said that they put it for free on Comedy Central, but Comedy Central is not available in Canada.
It's not in Canada, yeah.
So I have to download it or find it somewhere else. I'm hoping someone uploads it to YouTube and they don't take it down because if it's free, it's free.
Yes.
Right.
No, it's No, it'll probably still get taken down.
Because it's copyright?
Oh, copyright. And I'm assuming, what's their name? Is it Much Music?
No, Comedy Central.
Comedy Central, that's right, yeah. they'll get paid more from the ads if it's viewed on their website as opposed to YouTube.
Yeah.
So that way they wouldn't
free,
want it.
but you have to view ads.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just go on the, I won't say it on the podcast, but just go on the cartoon website I always go to. It has a casting option built into it.
Yeah.
So you can just press that button and it just goes to the TV.
Okay, I might try that later today then.
Yeah.
Because I heard that this season of South Park in particular is actually like really good.
It's only 3 episodes long so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's been pretty good.
But I watched a clip of like, it's their school keeps getting shot up all the time.
Was that this episode season? I think
maybe
it
was last season, but
yeah.
I remember seeing a thing. It's like every episode their school keeps getting shot up.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
and it's like they keep having to deal with it, and they have like, I think Butters is in the hallway with like a gun or something like that.
I think that was last season.
Okay,
but like the kids end up just acting like it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
they're just school's getting shot up, but they're just going about their day, walking in the hallway. They don't care. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Completely desensitized.
Yeah, totally desensitized.
Yeah, it looks pretty funny. I've been off of watching South Park because no downloading from a computer or anything like that since like season 16 or something like that. So I've missed like 6 seasons worth.
Oh shit! Okay, I've still seen it all.
Really?
Because I love it all. Yeah, no. I mean, I'd recommend watching this season at least.
Okay.
But yeah, they started, and they might have been doing it since you ended, but they started doing these like seasons that are one giant storyline that culminate towards the end.
Yeah. Where there's like small plot lines, but then usually there's like one.
There's one
like,
bigger one.
Yeah, that kind of follows throughout the entire season.
Yeah, and they only started doing that in the last, I want to say 7-8 years.
Yeah, okay.
Because it didn't used to be like that. No. Every episode just used to be totally on its own.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like this. I do like having a bigger plot.
Yeah, I mean it's a good way to keep the show fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like how do I put it? There's like it's like God damn, there's a specific TV show that I'm thinking of that did that too, where it's like, like X-Files. X-Files was doing that, where it's like it would be the monster of the week, but every once in a while they'd sprinkle in the meta plot of what the entire season's about, and then it would end with like the last 2-3 episodes of the meta plot.
Yeah.
Whereas like all the other episodes where it's like the goo monster in this part of America, it's meaningless for the meta plot, but the Smokey Man showed up once and said, "Fuck you."
Well, I never watch X-Files, so I don't know who Smokey Man is, but yeah.
Shady government.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they ever actually run into aliens in X-Files?
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
I'm trying to remember. They do, but it's never like explicit. And it's always
really?
like, a lot of it's like humans mixing with like alien DNA and stuff like that.
Oh.
Like
okay.
There's a whole plot line where Scully, Mulder's cohort.
Yeah.
It like she gets pregnant, but then she finds out that her baby is like part alien or whatever. Even though when it's born, it's fully human, but it has like alien DNA kind of spliced into it and stuff like that. She finds like a lab where it's like a whole like thing of her embryos and like different test subjects and stuff like that. Yeah, X-Files is pretty good. I don't think I ever told you, but there was one year like 5-6 years ago where I'm like power watched all of X-Files on Netflix.
You did tell me, yeah. Okay, all right.
Some of it just goes right over my head, not like because I didn't understand it, but because you just slam yourself so hard. It's like 9-10 seasons of X-Files.
Jesus Christ.
I haven't watched a new season either, which I'm kind of missing. But I watched all the movies. But you just get slammed with so much that it's like I can only remember like small plot details from some episodes. It's still entertaining. It was still good, but like it's a problem that I was complaining about a couple episodes ago about power watching stuff where no one actually retains what they're watching.
Yeah.
Whereas like back in the 90s when you had to wait a week, you'd sit on that and remember the whole thing.
Yeah, no, that's a thing.
I don't know. I'm old. I'm old for a lot of things.
I'm having this problem now with the Demon Slayer manga that I'm reading where I have a hard time remembering sometimes what I've read and what I've watched on the as anime.
Because you have like 2 different types of media that you're intaking.
Yeah. So like sometimes I'll be thinking of a chapter that I read that was really fucking epic, but in my mind I remember it as it was an anime.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just like piecing it together with the action.
Yeah, but it hasn't actually ever happened in the anime yet.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't reached that part in the story. But I do kind of like it because that thing only came out once a week, and I remember at least the first bit that I saw there.
Yeah.
Because I saw it pretty much from the beginning once every week.
Is
So
it
I remember
fairly
pretty
like
good.
new?
It's fairly new. I think, what is it, like 15 episodes?
Okay.
Yeah.
And the manga is what, like a couple years old?
Yeah, I don't know how old the manga is. Probably no more than like 2 or 3 years old. Yeah. Yeah. So, and it's fucking, it's good. But yeah, I guess maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm starting to get back into anime now, because they do it once a week.
Mm-hmm.
So you retain it better.
Is that just for the new shows?
I think almost all anime is once a week.
Okay.
It's mostly like Netflix stuff that comes out like as all
for the binge watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to pace myself when I'm like really into something. Like I've been really into Mindhunter.
Oh yeah.
And then it's only 2 seasons, and like 10 episodes a season or whatever. But I've been like, okay, watch an episode, take a day break, at least a day break.
Yeah.
And then watch another one, like, or if I can, 2 days break, and then watch another one, just like slowly.
I feel like if you did one a day, that should still be sufficient.
It's not too bad, yeah. But the minute that you start going like 2-3 episodes a night, it's like you don't even remember what you originally watched. It's all just one episode.
It's all and it all just like mixes together and coagulates.
I was thinking of making a Twitter account just so I could go to Netflix and be like, fuck you, Netflix. Get those fucking actors back in the studio. Make another season of Mindhunter. Meanwhile, the second season literally came out in like September.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, get those motherfuckers back in action. I want to see another season. So into this. I can't wait another fucking year for this.
They're probably filming right now.
Oh, probably. Yeah. It's one of the better shows. I've heard other people say that's really good and they're into it.
Okay, all right. What is it about?
It's about the early days of the FBI doing criminal profiling for serial killers.
Okay, all right.
So it's like the people who started the, like, they call it the BSU.
Mm-hmm. The bullshit unit?
No, what is it? Oh, God, I can't even remember what that stands for. It's like, basically they go and interview serial killers who have already been caught and try to profile them to figure out different characteristics for them. Like, they're the ones that come up with the term serial killer.
Okay, all right.
In the original few episodes, they start, like, trying to figure out how to classify them, so they call them sequence killers.
Okay.
So then eventually they come to serial killer.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And it's all based on, like, not specifically, obviously it's a TV show, so they embellish it a little bit, but it's based on real people who are actually doing it and actually studying these people and stuff like that, and cases that they actually worked on.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I suggest it if you want to watch it. At least watch the first season.
So it's documentary style?
No, not at all. It's done like a TV show.
Oh, okay.
Right? But it's based on real things that happened of the FBI starting this unit.
That's pretty cool.
And like them not getting any funding, and then all of a sudden people are super into it.
So there's a plot line going on. Oh shit. Okay.
And it's not just them going and talking to people. There's also like them working on cases. So like the first season was a lot more of them just like getting the investigation unit like up and running and being legitimized and kind of the corporate bullshit that goes into it. But they were also like talking to serial killers.
Yeah.
Who were already apprehended and trying to like piece together all the different facets of their psyches to like figure out what different types of killers there are and how they might have gone from being like what would be a normal person to being a serial killer.
Yes.
And then the second season, they're dealing a lot more with this one particular case in Atlanta where there's all these like young children, like 15 years or younger.
Like going missing or something?
Yeah, missing and finding, like showing up dead.
Okay, all right.
And then this like the last 4 episodes have all been like them, the FBI gets told by the vice president at the time, who was George Bush Sr.
Okay, all right. Wow, it's not even that long ago.
No, it's like 69. No, it's 79 to 80s.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
That's the time period like the first 2 seasons take place in. And they get specifically sent to Atlanta to help with the investigation because the BSU is becoming more like known at what they're doing.
Okay.
So they're like, go find out who's doing this serial killing shit, and they're helping the local police set up like profiles, trying to figure out who it is and stuff like that.
Fuck.
And based on their profiles, like the 2 main FBI agents are like, this is who you need to be looking for, but the cops are like, nobody really knows about this type of technique yet. So things that might be obvious to me and you because we know about serial killers and like there's some things that are commonplace for knowledge when it comes to like identifying serial murderers. Nobody else has really been like in contact with that for local police.
Yeah. Okay.
So like the first season, not only are they also interviewing serial killers, they're also going to like local law enforcements and like telling them about the BSU and the new like techniques that they're learning and trying to implement to find killers and stuff like that.
Is this unit that starts up, does it start from the beginning as a government unit, or is it okay?
Like the first thing it starts out with is there's like a young FBI agent who's like getting like, he's not really a great FBI agent, keeps getting passed around, but he's got like an interest in like psychology and stuff like that. And then there's like an older agent who's basically does what they call road school. Okay. And he basically does the thing I told you about, where he goes to different local law enforcements and then teaches them things that the FBI are working on to kind of help them with their investigations, but not specific investigations. Yeah. Just like as general knowledge. Yeah. Exactly. But then when Holden, who's the younger agent, joins up, it becomes much more about like talking to serial killers and profiling of serial killers and figuring out like their things and then
find patterns.
Exactly. And then teaching law enforcement those things that they're learning and trying to implement and stuff like that. Okay. It's also got some interesting things that are maybe other people might not find interesting, where it's like they have like they keep trying to like the people within the unit not arguing, but are trying to like figure out a way, because it's a new way of studying serial killers or people in general to figure out what's going on, that they have like a sheet of questions, but whenever they go to these serial killers, because they're so fucked up in the head, they usually don't respond to the questionnaire. Oh. So it ends up being this thing where they have to kind of have like a touch and feel of like the serial killer and what they want and how to get information out of them.
What do you mean, like not respond to the questionnaire?
Like it'll be like
weird answers.
Why did you kill this person? What did you do this? Blah blah blah. Like all these factual things that like a cop would ask you. Yeah. But it's easier for them to be like, what was the reason behind you doing it? Like, what was the feeling you got when you were murdering the person? Stuff like that. Okay. Like things that you would think as a police officer are irrelevant. Who cares how a serial killer feels when they're murdering someone? We just want to know how to stop them from killing people, right? Yeah. But the only way to stop them from killing people is to understand their motivations and their feelings in the moment of how they're killing people.
Yeah, so you can get them before they do it.
Exactly. So Holden has his thing of like, because he's not a great FBI agent, but he's into like a psychological aspect of it. He's more of like the talky, like getting buddy with the serial killers in a professional manner, somewhat professional, but he's kind of coaxing the information out of them by being interested in them. Whereas the older FBI agent is kind of like, why the fuck are we doing this? This is not like how you investigate people and shit like that, because he's more like the traditional FBI agent, like a typical cop. Yeah. He doesn't want to resonate or have any kind of like understanding with the serial killer, because that's, to him, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, waste of time.
But as they go through it, they start realizing that you can't just ask these like dry questions to serial killers, because they're in prison, they're bored, they've already are like crazy or psychopathic, whatever you want to call them, and have already committed the crimes. So coming at them with these dry ass questions never seems to really pique their interest to make them talk.
Doesn't go anywhere, yeah.
Exactly. So when they start talking more like, let me give you an example. One of them was a dude, I can't remember who he had killed or something like that, but one of his things was he liked wearing women's shoes. So they bought him a pair of women's shoes to give him to wear and to like kind of experience and feel, and that got him to be more open to talk about it. Meanwhile, the entire time, he would always deny that he was gay or that he had any type of thing, like weird sexual thing with women's shoes or something like that. Okay. So you kind of get this like, what's going on in their head. Obviously, again, some of it's going to be embellished for the TV show, but the actors they got to play like the serial killers are actually like, they kind of look like them. They do a pretty good job of portraying them.
So, but the one that they're trying to chase now that killed like the 15, 16-year-olds, is that based off of a real killer as well? Yeah. So pretty much all the characters are.
Yeah, they take real serial killers. Like they talked to one guy named Ed Kemper, who was like the start of them talking to serial killers. He's like the first one. He's a real guy. Okay. They talked to Charles Manson in the show in the second season. Not to spoil anything.
Do they actually talk to Charles Manson, or an actor playing Charles Manson?
They talk to an actor playing Charles Manson and an actor playing Ed Kemper and stuff like that. Right. But it's people that are.
I don't even know if Charles Manson's still alive.
No, actually, he died like 5-6 years ago. Or something like that.
There we go.
But they get people that look pretty close and can kind of portray the character well enough. But I'm pretty sure that they have like recordings of all these because they record every session with the serial killer, so they can do like transcripts.
Oh shit! Okay.
So it's like, again, it's the FBI. They're still doing FBI shit, like being calculated about taking the information in. So I think that they're using some of that as writing for the show when they're talking to the serial killers. So you can watch the first season if you want to, and with Ed Kemper, and you can go on YouTube and find the same interview tapes and videos of Ed Kemper talking about the same things. And they do, like, some people do like the side by side of the dude playing Kemper and real Kemper.
And it's good?
It's a pretty close, like, obviously some of it's like acting. So the guy in the show, he's kind of more, I don't know how to put it. He puts more juice into what he's saying, but he gets the point across of the original Ed Kemper, who was very calculated. Like the real Ed Kemper, when you listen to him, he's very calculated. He knows why he did it. He knows what he was feeling. He understands himself. He's crazy. He killed a bunch of co-eds. He killed his mom and raped her head.
Yes.
But he he himself inwardly understands what he's doing. And the Ed Kemper in the show, while he sounds like the way he's saying things is more like sexy and theatrical, it still gets across the point that he understands himself and what's going on in his head and
there we go.
Stuff like that. So I like it a lot. It's really interesting.
Maybe I'll try to give that a shot. They're 1 hour long episodes roughly?
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, okay. How many episodes a season?
10.
Okay. Well,
it's an easy set.
Yeah. It's a decent amount of content though.
But the one thing I have to say about all these shows that come out that are like adult themed whatever shows is the first season always has tits. And then they never have to do tits again.
No.
Because it's like, once you got people hooked.
Tits need to be the mainstay of the show.
I don't know, man.
You need to have tits on all the time.
It's such a lazy hook. It's the same thing with Game of Thrones. It's such a lazy hook. And then you get fucking Emilia Clarke who won't show her tits anymore. And they just get a body double.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one's Emilia Clarke?
The Queen of Dragons.
And did she show? I can't remember.
I think it was first 2 seasons. It was her actually, but then after that, the show just took off so hard that they got a stunt double and then put her face on it.
Oh my god!
For the body,
of course.
Yeah, it's like it's too expensive to show her tits.
Those are some pretty expensive tits.
I'm telling you, season 3 when the show's hype and everyone's like clamoring for it. That's why they hire like porn stars and stuff for Game of Thrones to be the extras in the background with their tits out.
Do they really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, I don't know any specifics, but I know that they did hire some adult actresses to have their tits out because it's cheaper to have them do it because they already do it than to have established actors saying lines.
Yeah, no, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's also easier than getting an extra to show her tits than to someone again who does it as a living already.
I suppose so. Yeah, no, it all makes sense. Yeah.
Do you want to move on to a segment or two?
Yeah, let's move on.
I don't have any triggers this week, I'll be honest.
Oh, you were going to go with triggers, okay.
Well, I mean, I was just going to start with that because I'm just going to say that I don't have any. Mine are basically the same ones. I had one guy on the train who was like going through one of the exit stalls.
Yeah, okay.
So he was trying to enter and someone was exiting and it was an Asian lady and he called her China Eyes and I was like, what a fucking piece of shit.
Really?
What a fucking lazy piece of shit.
What was the interaction before that?
Nothing. She was trying to leave the station. She used the same terminal that he was trying to use to get into the station. He got all butthurt. He's twice the size of her, both in height and stat. Like,
shouldn't he wait for her to get out?
You think in a civilized society people would do that? But that's my own.
China Eyes?
I'm not even triggered by that. I'm just like disappointed. I'm not triggered. I'm disappointed in society.
This is much worse.
He couldn't even have a good insult. You know what I mean? China Eyes. What a fucking low, lazy. Like, you're still a racist.
Yeah.
You're still a racist for calling someone China Eyes. I'm sorry. You didn't skirt the line by not calling her chink. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you're gonna be racist, at least be funny about it.
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, I'm out of triggers.
I mean, fair enough. You know, even this week, I was going shopping once. I mean, relate to back my old issue, and I was taking the checkout to again one of the self checkout machines.
Oh yeah.
That's where I was going, and they were all full, which is fine because it happens. And like there was this one lady who was clearly like done paying for everything, and she had like 3 regular size, I don't know, regular doesn't help, but like cereal sized objects.
Okay.
And they were all nice boxes. They weren't cereal, but just to give you an example, they were all just pretty much like boxes,
packaged things. They're not
like nice and easy.
Yeah.
And she took, I looked at my watch. She took about 2 minutes to put it in her bag.
I just do that as I'm putting them like scan into bag.
Yeah, but I just want to remind you, she had only about 3 things to put in her bag.
Okay,
and it was about 2 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this dumb bitch?
Some people.
Fucking hell.
Out of
2
touch.
minutes? That should be like 15 seconds.
Yeah, especially if it's only like 3 or 4 things.
Yeah. And they're not even awkwardly shaped things. They're boxes.
Yeah.
They're square or rectangular. Like fucking easy.
Just take them by hand.
It's easy mode. And she fucked up hard. Fuck, I got so mad. I was like fuming. Cause like nobody, like everyone else just was like starting and she was almost done. And I was just like, oh, this will be nice and quick. She'll be done soon.
Yeah.
And just
took forever.
Fucking forever. Bullshit.
Too bad.
I do have another trigger though for this week.
Go for it.
Okay. This one is for my feminist bros and sisters out there.
Okay.
All right. Power to the people.
Sure.
Why the fuck are we taxing tampons?
Because it's a custom, like a good.
No, it shouldn't be taxed. It's a necessity. Like
I suppose, yeah.
Once something becomes a necessity, it should. I mean, eventually it should be free, but I understand that's an unrealistic expectation.
Well, even food's taxed.
Yeah.
It's just doesn't have the secondary tax.
You can get food for cheap or for untaxed. Like milk is untaxed.
No, it's all taxed.
I don't know about that.
You don't have there's one of them, I can't remember. It's either GST or PST.
Yeah, one of them.
One of them gets dropped for food because food is considered not fast food, but like grocery food is dropped because it's considered an essential.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't have any qualms with no taxing on feminine hygiene stuff because it seems like it's already such a fucking hassle that if I could save them fucking the 15%, sure. Yeah. It's not any sweat off my back. I'm sure that doesn't make enough money.
The government should be just sending like hygiene care packages to people.
No, I don't trust the government to do that. They fucking send you the most garbage shit and someone's going to get a fucking HPV injection. But yeah, untaxed, sure. I could be for that.
Yeah. Like I said, eventually I feel like stuff like that should be free, but
we need to get a woman in here to see if it's double taxed or if it's only single taxed.
Actually, yeah, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's double taxed because people don't give a fuck.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be taxed at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give it raw.
Yeah, that's what they're getting.
Yeah.
They're getting a raw deal anyways.
Anyways, yeah, it was just something that really bothered me.
Funny, I thought you were going to be sarcastic with for my feminist bros.
Sisters, yeah. No, man. I identify with them sometimes, okay? I'm just about justice, okay? I don't fucking care what the side it's on. I just care about justice, and this is what I need.
Yeah.
For feminine hygiene products to be untaxed, and like I said, eventually free would be nice, but I don't think that'll ever happen.
I don't think so because it still is being made by a company that's not associated with the government and stuff like that. And to put that kind of shit into the government's hands, they're going to do the most lazy, sloppy job.
Yeah, the only way to make it free is you'd have to have the government manufacturing it.
Yeah.
And I definitely
not
don't want to be doing that. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. I've heard some people say, oh, it shouldn't be free, because then, like, men don't get anything out of it.
Yeah, but men also don't have to deal with periods or get pregnant.
I'm like, fine, if you really want it, we'll say men get free tampons as well. Like, that'll solve that problem.
Or if you want an equivalency, it'd be free condoms.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. That's
but again,
something.
It's another business.
Yeah,
there's production involved and stuff like that, and shipping it. But that would be the only equivalent that I could think of, and that way it helps both sexes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's something.
And all the people who fucking complain about using condoms during sex and shut the fuck up because it's fucking free. And I don't have to deal with their dumbass fucking kids that they're having.
Yeah, no, actually, that would be that would save everyone money.
Yeah.
Actually, now that you bring it up like that, like that's, the government might save more money by just doing that.
Yeah.
Having condoms given out to everyone for free because then less people are being born.
Although if you want to really go down the rabbit hole, technically, if you encourage people to have kids, then women have less periods, and then by having less periods, they use less tampons. So think about it. They get a 9-month break from having to use any type of feminine hygiene stuff because they're pregnant.
Well, also...
if you want to be a real asshole. I'm conservative. This is my logic.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, but if you give everyone condoms, then that should give everyone also... That counts as the point, because if everyone has condoms, then they're going to be having less kids. They're going to have more sex, less kids, and then we just give women the free hygiene products.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, if you want to just eliminate both of those options,
I see, yeah.
I'm not giving anyone anything for free. You just encourage people to have kids all the time.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that I have to deal with their dumbass kids. But they won't have to use as much feminine hygiene stuff.
Yes, that's
and you
true.
don't have to
Yeah,
give
it'll
away
save
free
on the
condoms.
feminine hygiene stuff.
So I
yeah.
mean, it's a double-edged douchebag sword.
From what I can tell, because there's a few women I know that that haven't had sex in like a couple years.
Yeah.
And they stopped getting their periods as well.
Birth control.
See, that's so. Like, I asked them if it was birth control, and they said they are not taking it. So they could be lying, but there seems to be some weird thing going on with like,
or maybe
lack of sex and
maybe
and periods.
What is it called? A UID?
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's an actual like infection.
Yeah.
Then yeah, no, that could
no.
actually.
IUD is like a thing that gets. It's basically like the reverse of a vasectomy where they snip you.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically they do a blockage.
Okay.
I think is how it works.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a procedure that women can get.
Yeah, it's the procedure. Okay, I thought it was to stop some kind of infection.
No, I mean maybe it does a secondary thing because there's always some secondary aspect to every procedure.
Yeah.
Me neither, really. But I know that is like a type of birth control where it's like it's not. I'm not actively taking pills.
Mm-hmm.
I just have something snipped or inserted so that it stops you from having periods.
Because I know they're okay.
Or getting pregnant, more specifically.
Yeah, because I know they can tie.
But that's pretty fucked up if you're meeting anyone our age.
Mm-hmm. A little bit older than us.
Okay, 35 is usually when it's like the beginning of women starting to not being able to have kids, and then it's like 45 is like the real dead end.
They fall into that range for sure. Okay.
If it's that, then yeah, they're probably going into like not early menopause, but like not creating enough eggs that they're having like maybe a period every once in a while. Again, from an uninformed source, but I know that 35 is usually the kind of like you're starting to rub the edge of your time
menopause,
to have kids.
At least.
Well, no, time to have kids. Because menopause is like after you even stop having kids, where your body starts basically having a negative reaction to you not having your period and not having kids.
Yeah.
That's like what menopause is, as far as I understand.
And it usually happens, I want to say it usually happens around 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also creates like a chemical change in the people's attitude and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, back to my trigger.
That's the most positive trigger I think we've had or will have for a long time. So savor it.
Okay.
Savor people.
So now, if we have any feminists watching or that are told about our show, we'll let them listen to this episode first.
Yeah.
Okay. This will be their episode 1.
Yeah.
Don't listen to all of our past episodes.
Feminist episode 1.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just think it's bullshit. I'm totally okay with like condoms. Well, it'd be nice if condoms were free. Although you can find them for free. It's pretty easy to get condoms for free, actually.
By government mandated free.
Yeah. But like I just think because like the whole like tampons or whatever feminine hygiene product they want to use, pads or whatever, it's so fucking necessary, so necessary that like it should at the very least be tax free.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to disagree with that. I feel like it's not a hill that's worth dying on. I don't really have any qualms with that.
I mean, if somebody wants to die on that hill of fighting against it...
They're probably a capitalist.
I mean, probably.
Or they're probably someone who works for one of those companies for feminine hygiene that are making a boatload of money off of fucking women having no choice to either be humiliated or feel humiliation to some degree or use their products.
Because, like, as far as I know, when pads, because I think pads were the first ones, were first released, like 50 years ago, whatever, when they were first made. I don't even know. Probably more than 50 years ago.
Go for it.
Yeah, they were considered a luxury item, which makes sense for the period when they were released.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not a luxury item anymore. It's a fucking necessity.
Yeah, it's pretty, like, we are talking about it on our non-SJW male podcast and saying that this should be provided for them. So I feel like we're past the point of it being a faux pas or something not to talk about.
Yeah, the idea that people consider it like a faux pas to talk about sounds kind of weird to me. I've never really had any trouble with it. It's
because we grew up... Oh, goddamn, typing and thinking at the same time is so difficult. It's because we're growing up with more sex education and stuff like that, and women are talking about it more and social media.
So. I didn't have any sex education until I was in grade 7, I want to say.
Yeah, it's about... Oh, I guess they started a little bit earlier, maybe grade 4 or 5, but yeah.
Because I went to a religious school when I was younger, so I didn't have any sex education when I was there. Because I was in a religious school until the end of so up until and including grade 4.
1888.
Oh shit, that's when.
Well, that's when it was created.
That's when it was created. Is that when they were? I thought that's like back then they were still using rags and shit.
Yeah, I feel like. Oh, hold on.
I would have thought like early 1900s, early to mid 1900s. Wow.
Disposable menstrual pads grew from a Benjamin Franklin invention.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, weird. Created to help stop wounded soldiers from bleeding, but appear to have been first commercially available from around 1888 with Southall's pad, which I think is just some company.
So it's been around for a long fucking time.
But, women get the fucking short end to stick with everything. So the fact that they didn't even get voting rights until like the fucking 60s or whatever, I'm pretty sure that they didn't really have access to pads.
Yeah.
Or the men who were making the money didn't feel like it was necessary to go buy pads.
Hey, women don't get the short end of the stick on everything. They got fucking titties. All right.
That's kind of for everyone else, not for them.
No, it's for them too. Okay, they get to enjoy their titties.
Nowadays.
Okay. All right.
I think you forget, again, similar to the feminine hygiene thing, tits are a fucking liability when you have any type of tits.
Back then?
Yeah, no, even now. Dude, anyone with big tits, fucking back problems instantly.
Yeah, fucking.
Bras, they fucking break all the time.
It's worth it, I'm sure.
Maybe. For you.
Yeah.
But for them, I'm pretty sure. Like, I knew a girl who got 2 breast reductions because it was like affecting her back and shit like that.
Fucking every time anybody talks about tits, the back problem thing always comes up.
It's a real thing.
Every fucking conversation.
You try walking around. You're fat. Think about that gut, but think about it on your chest. You know how much extra weight that is to throw around and how it throws off your fucking...
You just fucking work out, man. You gotta do back day.
Yeah, back day. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Gotta do more deadlifts.
You probably could do some back muscle exercises, but I don't think it's really going to help.
Yeah, no, I've felt pain in like the small of my back, like in the center there, and it's fucking brutal.
It's brutal. Just fucking lay on the couch. Don't move, please.
I can't imagine having to deal with that shit every day.
Yeah.
But, for me, it's beneficial.
All right.
Yeah. So that's my trigger. It's for all the women out there. And all the all the men, all the trans men, I suppose.
No, it's trans women.
Okay, well, I was gonna say because trans women don't have periods, but if we want to joke,
trans women don't have periods.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Trans women don't have periods.
You said trans men.
Okay, I meant to say trans women don't have periods. No, because I'm saying it's for trans men because they will still have periods.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
okay, yeah, that I can follow.
Yeah. Trans women, as we know. Okay.
Fellatio. Sorry, how to give oral sex to a pre-op trans woman? You mean a blowjob device? There you go. I just saved you your article.
I was thinking of Jessica Yaniv, actually.
Oh God.
She's had periods.
Yeah, apparently.
Do you have a song this week?
I do. Yeah.
Go ahead.
This week. Although last night after we listened to that Sound and Fury thing from Sturgill Simpson, I'm going to start listening to a lot more. I was listening to some of that when I was going to the gym, but that didn't happen this week.
Okay.
This week, the song that I have stuck in my head is Kiss from a Rose by Seal.
Yeah, I totally whoosh over my head.
No, you never heard that?
I'm getting nothing.
Batman Forever soundtrack?
No.
No? Oh, God. Okay, well... Seal he was the dude that was married to Heidi Klum for the longest time.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even like. I know that name, but I don't even remember her.
He's a famous singer from like the 90s.
Okay, all right.
He has a very sultry voice, but "Kiss from a Rose" that's what's stuck in my head.
All right, I'll listen to it later. I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
It's definitely not as hype as the other songs that I put out, but it's a song that was an earworm and it got stuck in my head.
There we go. All right, now let's play. Sorry, because I have to start it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna try it. That's why I want a soundboard. It's going to be perfect when I get a soundboard.
Yeah, no, then it'll be better. I'll let you take care of it all then. So now we're playing Which One Is
Fake News.
Where Shane and the audience gets to decide which one of the 4 articles that I bring in are fake news. Okay, ready?
Let's go for it.
All right. DMV wants to charge motorists a $15 fee for walking in the door.
Okay.
Obsessed fan finds Japanese idol's home by zooming in on her eyes.
Okay, yeah, no, I actually know that one's real.
Okay,
I saw that. I didn't read the article, but I read the headline, so okay.
Starbucks scrambles to launch a new drink for impeachment season.
Okay.
Okay. Liberal candidate apologizes for suggesting black Canadians love, quote unquote, Trudeau for wearing blackface.
Oh, God. Okay.
That last one's a bit of a mouthful, so you might want to read that one yourself.
That's actually not a bad spread. Other than the one that I actually know, I'm actually not sure which one's the fake news. All right, from the top again.
Okay.
DMV wants to charge motorists a $15 fee for walking in the door. You know, fuck the DMV, most likely. Probably true anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Obsessed fan finds Japanese idol's home by zooming in on her eyes. I already that one's real, so
you
sorry.
Know that one. All right.
Every once in a while it's gonna happen. I do try to keep up somewhat socially. Starbucks scrambles to launch a new drink for impeachment season. That's pretty good. Liberal candidate apologizes. I'm gonna try this again. Liberal candidate apologizes for suggesting black Canadians quote unquote love Trudeau for wearing blackface. All right, which one's fake?
I believe in you. Come on.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I want to say the Starbucks one, but companies don't usually do politics. Like they try to stay out of it as much as possible. Loosely, especially something like Starbucks, where it's like we don't care if you're conservative or you're liberal or.
Starbucks is pretty. No, they've had a pretty liberal stance on a lot of things.
I guess that's true.
Like
too.
remember, like the whole bathroom thing, like with the whole black people.
That's
and then
true.
they did the minority sensitivity training or something like that.
After that. Okay, I'm gonna say the fake news.
Come on.
Is the mouthful. The liberal candidate apologizes for suggesting black Canadians love Trudeau for wearing blackface. Just because it's too ridiculous. I feel like anyone that's on the liberal side unanimously denounces blackface. Like, even if you're trying to get someone elected, it's hard to argue blackface positively. You know what I mean?
I guess what you're saying.
From my perspective, it's really hard to say that.
I can see somebody, I mean, it's a candidate, if it was a PR agent, it would be more believable. True. But it's a candidate, so you could be right, but
my
could
other
just be
one,
a dumb candidate.
The DMV, initially I would think that's the fake news, but like
that just totally sounds like something they do.
They already have like an issue with lineups and stuff like that. That would just deter people from coming as often, which means that less people have to go to the DMV and less people would have a shitty opinion of the DMV.
Fuck, once when I wanted to get, I needed something fixed on my car, and I was told to go to the DMV to do it, and they wanted to charge me like $800 to do it, and so I went to just a regular mechanic, and the mechanic was just like, yeah, I'll just do it for like $200.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
So, okay, I'm going to say that one's real. Second one's real. I'm fighting between those two. You bring up a good point with the fact that it's a candidate and not specifically Trudeau and or someone that was speaking on behalf of the Liberal Party. But the Starbucks one too, it seems like it could be fake news because it's just like impeachment season.
Yeah.
Impeachment season makes me think, like the word season makes me think.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, that's totally like outlandish. I believe in you, man. Come on.
Again, though, quote unquote, love Trudeau for blackface.
It's such a strong word for it too. Black people love Trudeau for his blackface. Did you see?
Like, if it was like they thought they like free pass on blackface, I could give it. You know what I mean? But love is a bit of a strong, like, love Trudeau for wearing blackface. I'm pretty sure, if anything, people love him less for blackface.
I love that he did it so many times. Like, there was another picture that came out recently about him doing it, and he's at, like, a frat party, and it's, I can't remember, it's, like, something like him, like, being like, yeah, like, while having blackface. It's, you think somebody would think it's bad, maybe do it once as, like, an edgelord time in their life, but Trudeau kept fucking doing it.
No, man. He's handsome, so he got pussy, and then everyone just forgot about it the next day, and he felt like he was a success because he got pussy.
Pussy will do that to you, man. Pussy has weird powers.
Okay. I want to say the fake news is the blackface one, but I'm going to do some meta analysis here.
Okay.
And the ones that usually pick that are the fake news usually are like they aren't impactful for reality. They're like nothing news.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna say Starbucks. Starbucks scrambles to launch a new drink for impeachment season. Also, season makes me feel like it's bullshit. Is the fake news?
Okay, is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
You got it right.
Yeah, there you
go. This time I actually wanted to pick something that's a little bit more stupid. Like I was trying hard to pick something that's a little dumber because I'm just like, I wonder if Shane's just gonna like trick himself into thinking that this is real because it's way too obviously fake.
No, it was close though. I was really going for because again, it's a strong word to say blackface. People love blackface.
All right, I'll skim through the DMV one because I don't know how much more needs to be said about that. But
what's their reasoning for it? How about that?
Yeah, let's go through and find out. The fee would apply to license and registration renewals that could have been completed online or by mail. That's basically it. They're like, why are you wasting our time with this shit? Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I don't agree with it, but I can understand their perspective.
Yeah.
So people aren't waiting in line for 2.5 hours, 3 hours plus.
Yeah. I like how, I mean, I guess the DMV, no, they have computers. Yeah, because like at banks, to push like using their online features and their ATMs and shit, they have somebody waiting at the front. I don't know if they're still doing it, but for a while, like my bank had somebody waiting at the front by the ATM and just describing to you, hey, you could have done this online, just so you know, blah blah.
I think I remember seeing that, but for not for very long. Usually, it's like when I call the bank to transfer something, they'll be like, "Do you know that you can use online banking?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm too old.
Too old.
I don't trust my phone security. I don't trust your app security. Yeah. I don't trust anybody. I can just call you. You get my voice. You have voice recognition. We're good."
Do they have voice recognition? Yeah. Oh shit, that's dope. Yeah. I don't know if mine does.
I don't know. You probably don't call your bank very often.
No, I use mine online almost exclusively. Yeah. Like I deposit my checks online.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the DMV solution for this is not a customer service oriented solution.
It's a customer deterrent.
Yeah. She's like, all right, I mean, you can do it this way if you want, but you got to pay what you fucking owe.
I wonder if it's $15 like to get in the door, or if it's $15 to like when you get to the counter to talk to somebody. So if you just walk in the door, $15, but you're like, fuck this after 2.5 hours. I gotta take a shit and I gotta leave. Is it $15 to get back in? I assume it's about at the counter.
It's probably at the counter since it's for those specific reasons.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that it's going to be something like where they don't try to just hide the $15 fee, where they just do it and then they're just like, okay, $15, pay up now.
Yeah, okay.
I'm hoping it's something more like, just so you know, if you do this online yourself, it's free.
Yeah.
But if you want me to do it now, there's a mandatory $15 fee. I cannot do anything about that fee.
Yeah.
Don't ask. You're going to get a no. You can do it on your phone right now. Anyways. Another is a $15 late fee that would hit motorists renewing a license or registration that is expired. That I'm more okay with. Both fees included in the DMV's plan for the year starting next July. I wonder where this is, though.
Well, DMV, I'm pretty sure that's specifically for America.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because we don't have a DMV, we have ICBC.
Yeah.
It would be weird if some parts of Canada have a DMV, but other parts don't.
Fuck ICBC, though.
Oh, yeah. Fuck crown corporations.
Yeah.
What a fucking stupid idea.
What a stupid...
We're living in a capitalist...
Alright, this is your trigger.
Yeah, we're living in a capitalist society, and you have crown corporations that have monopolies on entire sectors that are essential to being able to use infrastructure. Fuck you. You're one of a bunch of retards.
I remember TELUS was meant to be a crown corporation when it was first started up.
Oh, yeah?
And then...
BCTEL.
Yeah, BCTEL. And then I guess it got bought out by... people, and now I think it still technically acts as a crown corporation, but it doesn't behave like a crown corporation.
At least they have competition.
Yeah, it's totally before it was to force competition, right? And that's in my opinion, the only reason the government should start a business is to force competition when there's a monopoly.
Yeah.
Not to make a fucking monopoly.
Yeah.
Fucking ICBC,
TransLink.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Oh, but Hydro is not a monopoly, so therefore nothing else should be... You're a fucking idiot. What the fuck does that have to do with ICBC?
Yeah.
Fucking morons. Okay. So, now the guy that the CIA needs to hire, the obsessed fan who finds Japanese idols home by zooming in on her eyes.
Yeah.
How did you know about that one?
Oh, I just saw an article on Facebook.
Facebook?
Where it was like, it was basically the exact same title, except it was the reflection of bus stops from her Instagram posts or whatever.
Yeah, man. The people that are looking for fucking serial killers, like in the show you're watching, just need to hire this guy.
Yeah, in the 70s and 80s, yeah,
yeah,
sure.
I guess that's true.
A little late, Ken. They didn't have Instagram back then.
Whatever, the CIA should hire him right now because he's gonna fucking figure out everything. This is like weaponized autism right here. This is an opportunity for us to stop fucking serial killers by weaponizing this autism. But I guarantee nobody's gonna fucking do it. Did you know that the high-resolution phone cameras can expose more than just pinholes and pores? You might be revealing your location to internet predators without even realizing it. Japanese idol Anna Matsuoka was attacked outside her home last month after a fan figured out her address from selfies she posted on social media just by zooming in on the reflection on her pupils. The fan, Hibiki fuck his name, managed to identify a bus stop and the surrounding scenery from the reflection on Matsuoko's eyes and matching them to a street using Google Maps.
I mean, good for him. Cross-referencing like a motherfucker.
I'm telling you, like, this guy needs to go to jail now. So I'm telling you, all the police need to do is just be like, okay, you don't have to go to jail, but you have to help the CIA. Okay? It's mandatory. You're not getting fucking paid for it.
Yeah.
Okay? And you're getting house arrest because you can't fucking do this shit again. But you're not going to go to jail, and you help the CIA.
It's also in Japan.
Yeah.
Japanese CIA, I guess.
Japanese CIA. She had just reached her door when Sato approached her from behind, covering her mouth with a piece of cloth. Jesus Christ, he actually, like, I thought this was going to be, just a crazy fan just being like, oh, I want a hug or whatever.
Yeah.
He actually, like, put a piece of cloth around her mouth.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait, he abducted her?
Yeah.
Jesus
he dragged
Christ.
her to a dark corner and molested her, injuring her face
Whoa.
in the struggle. Yeah.
That got way more crazy than I thought. I thought he just, like, posted her, like, he doxed her. I didn't realize he fucking abducted her. Holy shit. Yeah. So well, I guess there was more to this than I would imagine.
So he was self-aware. He was self-aware enough to realize that what he's doing is wrong. So he's just like, I'm going to just go all in, I guess.
Fucking crazy-ass people, dude.
Yeah. Well, I take back that guy not going to jail to help the CIA.
Yeah, fuck, definitely go to jail.
He needs to go to jail. But then when he comes out, I still think he needs to help the Japanese CIA. You can't let that skill go to waste. Okay. Impeachment season. So this is the fake news. This is from the Beaverton. Again, because I think I got last week's from the Beaverton as well. Executives at Starbucks are working overtime to create a new drink to herald an impeachment season for U.S. President Donald Trump. Following the news that Trump actively solicited foreign countries to interfere in the 2020 U.S. elections, which he didn't do. But I know it's a fake article.
Yeah.
Starbucks was inspired to create a fifth season between autumn and winter to recognize that special time of the year.
Nice.
Baristas at the world's largest coffee chain have also been working around the clock testing at their labs in Seattle, trying to formulate a recipe that capitalizes on the dying gasps of broken nation laid waste by a greedy and soulless cabal of gutless turncoats. Okay, wow. That's enough of that.
They didn't specify what the drink was going to be?
No, apparently they're still working on the flavor.
Okay. I thought maybe some crafty writer there might have made up some orange drink flavor.
Let's see. Let me go back to that one. Let me see. Because I did just skim through it, so I don't know.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry right now.
Yeah, so am I. Well, we're almost done here.
Wrap that shit up.
Okay, alright. So the last one now, candidate apologizes for suggesting that black Canadians, quote-unquote, love Trudeau for wearing blackface. Saving the best for last. Okay. Toronto area, from Toronto, too. That's like where they're the most craziest, isn't it? Like here in Toronto, I want to say, are the biggest SJWs.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah. Toronto area Liberal candidate is apologizing for suggesting people in the black community like Liberal leader Justin Trudeau more because he's dressed up in blackface. Nearly 2 weeks ago, Judy, who is vying for re-election in the riding of Humber River Black Creek,
Okay.
gave a one-on-one interview with a news organization. During the interview, she was asked about Trudeau wearing blackface. Those in the black community have told me how much more they love, or how much more love they have for the prime minister. That he wanted to have a black face. That he took great pride in that too, and that it's the media that have blown this into something that it shouldn't be, and that they're very supportive. Man, she talks like a retard too.
It's a hard thing to argue.
Okay. So, and then they show the video clip, which we're not going to play here. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh called her comments ludicrous.
Yeah, accurate.
It is embarrassing and shameful that she would suggest that people like Mr. Trudeau more because he did blackface. That shows a massive disconnect between the Liberal Party and, in fact, Mr. Trudeau and what real people are living and experiencing. Yeah. So that's Jagmeet
I have a comment on the whole blackface thing that I was trying to articulate to one of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
The people who say that Trudeau is racist for doing blackface, he didn't just do blackface, though. He did, like, black full body.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So my argument is, if the idea behind doing blackface is to be racist and derogatory, what racist person is going to go to the effort of completely dressing their entire body up in black in order to make a joke? You know what I mean?
The most dedicated racist ever.
I feel like it almost becomes a joke on yourself.
Yeah.
That you made yourself black. Like, think about it. It's a white person. This is the logic line. It's a white person who hates black people.
Yeah, who's disgusted by black people.
Disgusted. Let's go even harder. Disgusted by black people, who does like minstrel face blackface, which is what the blackface is technically supposed to be.
That's what blackface should be considered.
Yeah, right? But then Trudeau is in that line, but he goes full black body. I feel like it's too much effort for a person who doesn't like black people, who's disgusted by black people, to dip their entire body, quote unquote, dip their entire body in black to make fun of black people. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like oh man, look at these fags. Oh, watch me suck this dick. Oh, you guys fucking hate it when I suck dicks. You're so gay. Come on my face. That's what you guys love, right? You love getting cum on your face, right? You're sucking a dick, dude. I
don't know. Your example just makes it sound like Trudeau's actually just black.
Well, maybe that makes him a little less racist, but still, you're like delusional.
Well, you have to remember the modern day accusation of blackface, and I want to be clear, is anything.
Two shades, two tans.
It's like they even get pissed off at military people who wear camo, like who wear black on their face as camo.
Oh, that's stupid. That's a tactical thing.
Yeah, where even the military is being pressured to not do that anymore. Because, apparently hiding in the night so you don't die is not important. Context like that doesn't really matter, you know?
I suppose it's true. But I don't know. I was trying to articulate that. They didn't disagree necessarily, but I was just like, it seems like it's an overstep to be like, oh, he's racist because he went full black body. It's like, I would imagine that if I was hated black people that much, the last thing I would want to do is put any black on my face. You know what I mean? If the whole point is that being white's the best thing, even to make a joke, you would be like the minimal amount of black. You know what I mean?
What I've just come to realize is that liberals just or I should say,
looking to be offended.
Looking to be offended
for someone else. Too.
I don't want to say all liberals, but I'm going to say all liberals.
Hashtag all liberals.
Hashtag all liberals. Hashtag all liberals. Hashtag not all liberals. Just don't seem to they consider what's racist and sexist and homophobic based off of action, whereas people like you and me base it off of context, off of intent.
Intent and action, I guess, comes with it, but intent and context definitely have a basis in it.
I put more value. I mean, depends on what the end result is, but I put more value on intent usually.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you kill someone, but your intent was to do something good for the world,
It's hard to argue it.
Yeah, that action is just so fucking crazy.
Murder is still murder.
Yeah,
at that point.
that you can't take that back.
But people talk about murdering Donald Trump all the time.
Yeah, apparently that's okay.
That's okay though, because it's not an actual action. It's just words.
People are now mad at him for investigating the Biden thing.
Whatever. He's trying to win an election. Of course, he's going to do whatever he can to win the election.
I would understand the argument that you're mad at Trump for not investigating it in the States because he asked Ukraine to investigate it.
So it doesn't look like he's doing it?
Yeah. Well, no, I think he should be. I think that kind of shit should be kept in the States.
No, because then it would be considered that the political office of the presidency is looking to.
I guess either way it looks bad then.
It does look bad, like, by any standard, but it would look worse if it was literally like Trump gives a letter to a dude and says, investigate this. Whereas if it was like just a separate, government body, like the CIA or the FBI doing it by themselves, it wouldn't be like the president telling me to do this. It would be like, we think this is an illegal action. We are going to look into it. He
just needs to phrase it so that they think it's their day. He just needs to go with the head of the CIA and just be like, hey, I heard about this Biden thing. What's going on about that?
After firing a bunch of the fucking heads of the, what is it, the FBI or the CIA?
I want to say CIA.
Okay, yeah. After firing them, I'm pretty sure no one wants to do any favors.
I think you only fired 2.
Yeah.
Was it 2? I want to say 2.
2 more than probably most presidents.
Probably. I think you're right.
In like 3.5 years, I think it's a little bit much. I'd be afraid of my job too if I was the fucking top runner of any government body that did any type of investigation into political, like, accusations or anything.
Whatever. This is just, people are calling this Russia Gate 2.0.
Sure.
I don't know if
everybody
it's different.
It's a new gate every 2.0 for anything. He stubbed his fucking toe, and it's a fucking toe gate.
I'm just a little bit annoyed that Joe Biden's son does something wrong, and a bunch of the liberals are just pissed off that Trump wants to investigate it. It's just like,
it's still wrong. If it actually happened and it actually happened the way he's saying it, then it's still technically wrong and illegal.
And then they're also talking about like how Trump has like transcript, or how a whistleblower has like information on Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But then Trump was just like, "What do you mean he has information? Here's all the transcripts for it. I'll just give you all the information."
Yeah.
And everyone's still just like, "Oh, Trump is mad at the whistleblower." Like he handed you the information. Yeah. It's more accurate than what the
hearsay or second-hand knowledge.
Yeah, it was the whistle. It was the what is it? It was some guy at the White House saying that his information from a whistleblower, and that whistleblower got it from second-hand knowledge himself.
Yeah,
it's
daisy chain.
It was like 4 times removed, 3 or 4 times removed.
I don't remember it being that far, but I never actually looked into it. Like, I didn't read the transcripts or him releasing it or anything like that because I just don't care.
So, do you know about the guy who was talking about the whistleblower?
Which guy?
Well, I forgot his name, but he was basically, if I remember correctly, he was talking about the information he got from a whistleblower, but then he embellished it a little bit, and then he was just like, "Oh, I was just joking."
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't hear about that.
Oh,
I just heard that it was like the whistleblower didn't actually read the transcript, nor was he actually or she in the room when the phone call was happening. Yeah. But they had like secondhand knowledge of the transcript of the person who like had possession of the transcript.
Yeah. But Donald Trump just released the transcript anyway.
Which I don't remember actually like vindicated him at all.
Yeah. I mean, you have to vet that, right? Because he could have modified it and nobody would know. But like, I'm just saying that right now, I would say Donald Trump releasing the transcript is the most concrete piece of evidence there is.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
All right.
Anyways, do you have any...
You know, honestly, I didn't, but I'm just going to steal your trigger, your positive trigger.
My positive trigger?
Words of wisdom, feminine hygiene, free for women.
Feminine hygiene, okay.
Or government provided.
That's words of wisdom for the government.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, government, for the people in the government that listen to this podcast.
For the nobody that's listening to it and the government that's not listening to it, please.
No, you know what, just before we go, let me just check, just in the off chance that we got an email.
Okay. While you're looking at that, I will say, if anyone that is listening and would like to contact us, you can contact us at overtlydisagreeable@gmail.com. That's overtlydisagreeable@gmail.com. All lowercase?
It doesn't really matter because it's email, but it starts with a capital O.
Okay.
Overtly.
Yeah.
There is the T in there.
Just it's the title of the podcast.
That's true, yeah.
It's just missing the
it's all one word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
nothing?
No, nothing.
Damn.
It's fine, man. Like we said it pretty much at the beginning. Like I was saying that I don't expect anything up until the first year of doing this.
No, I want an audience interaction. I want to know that someone's listening. Also, I was going to mention something. We're going to have to think of a good podcast title, but I've realized that almost all the podcast titles are about me, and I was feeling a bit...
Are they?
Almost. It's always something that I said or something that I was talking about that I brought up. I was feeling a little bit narcissistic, so this time I'm going to have to think of one that it's not me. I think I'm just going to do the feminism first or feminists start here or something like that.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Because every single fucking one of the podcast titles, I do think of them, but at the same time, they always end up being something that I said, and I'm like, man, it's a little narcissistic for me to just make every podcast title something I said.
Yeah, I pretty much just leave it to you.
I just want whatever's funny, but or what stands out to me. But
we'll see. I'll make a list of it again, and I'll shoot it your way, and just tell me what you want.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, man. I don't have any words of wisdom today myself, so all right.
Well, good night, everyone, and go fuck yourselves.
Go fuck yourselves. See ya.